Good afternoon, Ralph. Thank you, of course, firstly for joining me this afternoon. And I would also like to very quickly congratulate you on your appointment as the new Chief Executive of Transnet Engineering.
Thanks, Kelly. I've received a really warm welcome from everybody so far, so it's been great.
Ralph, I just want to find out from you, how do you see Transnet Engineering changing in the next year or so? And how do you see yourself creating that change?
Yeah, well, I think the directive is clear from the board and from the group chief executive, Portia, that we need to transform Transnet Engineering to take its rightful place in rail domain and in the national economy. And to me, there's two key issues in terms of transformation. The first being a people focus. My experience has been that if you want to transform an organization, it starts and finishes with the people. You know, you can have the best systems and the best processes in place and the most amazing technology, but if the people aren't aligned with the vision and the strategy of where you want to go and understand the values that you're pursuing, then things fall apart at the end of the day. So people need authentic leaders, people that walk the talk at the end of the day. And it's all about taking ownership. So we've already launched a extreme ownership program within TE that's going down quite well. And then I think it's important to live the vision of being a values-driven organization. And that starts with me, and it filters through the leadership, right through the organization, that we hold each other accountable at the end of the day. In terms of the second aspect, I think the business, undoubtedly, COVID will impact our business going ahead. It's undeniable. Everybody's going to experience it. But there's also an opportunity in that, in terms of looking at efficiencies and effectiveness. Effectiveness in terms of what are we really brilliant at doing that, and what are we not, and discarding that. And in terms of efficiencies, looking towards our competitiveness as an organization, and really focusing on taking out waste in the organization and just driving efficiencies across all levels.
Okay, and I know that you're very, very passionate about skills development and training. And I want to find out, how do you hope this will evolve at Transnet Engineering under your management?
You know, training is one of the 5 KPIs for Transnet, so it's taken seriously in the organization. And I think what we realize is that this is not just a Transnet asset, but it's also a national asset. And it should be used as such. You know, it shouldn't be just reserved for Transnet's purposes. So we have a capacity of about 3,000 apprentices a year, and we're currently training just over 600. So there's a massive deficit we need to open up to the industry and say, you know, this is available. We should be pumping out 3,000 apprentices a year. I mean, that should be our core focus. So there is some fragmentation within Transnet at the moment, and it is getting a lot of attention. We're looking to pull all the different schools and training facilities and relationships under one umbrella and pooling our resources so we get our best bang for bucks. So for us at the moment, we're going to continue focusing on the core technical skills and artisan training. We have 22 centers around the country that train in 17 different disciplines, but then also expanding that in terms of our relationships with the universities and other tertiary institutes, coupling that to our research and development center as well, where we can start pursuing academic knowledge in the rail domain as well, and looking at core technology research with those institutes.
Okay. Ralph, before the pandemic, the rail sector in South Africa considered how existing transport infrastructure will benefit from the fourth industrial revolution. What is your vision for Transnet Engineering when it comes to the rollout of new technology in the near future?
You know, I think, first of all, fourth industrial revolution's become a buzzword, and not many people really understand what it is at the end of it. It's become very popular. But we have already some initiatives underway, 2 major programs. The first is the locomotive condition monitoring system. So this is the instrumentation of locomotives with a whole bunch of sensors to give us real-time information, which we can then use for preventative maintenance and monitoring the systems. It also provides early alarms. So in terms of the 4IR principles, it really is the data collection that we need. We have a second system called IRIS, which is Intelligence Real-Time Information System. And this will help us move to more conditional maintenance rather than preventative maintenance. So it tracks the assets throughout the country. We're able to monitor the locos real time, and we'll be able to feed that back into the system. So we do already have quite far advanced projects in those areas.
Okay. And I know it's still early days for you, but what are some of the major project Transnet Engineering will tackle in the coming years?
Well, I think given the circumstances, I don't imagine anything too extravagant in this coming year. You know, it's going to be a question of really processing what COVID's going to do to us. But I can say, you know, in terms of research and development, we have around 30 projects which are running at the moment at core technology level. I'll be reviewing it with the team this coming Friday. And then in engineering, we have 36 projects which are running. So it gives us a total of about 66 new projects that we're funding at the moment, where engineering is looking more at the applied design on new wagons and improving current locomotives and things like that. So it is a busy calendar already for us.
I can imagine. And under COVID-19, how is Transnet Engineering looking after the health and safety of its staff going forward in the coming months?
We've got a very comprehensive program throughout Transnet, and it receives daily attention from all the executives in the group. So we have a national command center, and we have our own organization command centers which meet daily. We're bringing the people slowly online. We're working very closely with organized labor in this process as well. And we're putting the well-being of the people first and addressing the potential hazards in that. So we're up to about 28% by the end of this week back at work. And we're waiting to see what happens with if there are any announcements of level 3 to take it up to that.
Of course. Well, Ralph, I know this was, I know you've got a very busy schedule, and I just want to thank you so much for your time this afternoon. We are looking forward to and very excited to welcome you to Transnet, I beg your pardon, to Transport's Evolution, hopefully later this year, should things improve. And we can't wait to hear your upcoming plans and putting it into place.
Thank you very much. We look forward to it as well.
Thank you, Ralph. Thank you so much.